Securely accessing your AWS RDS in a private subnet, a comprehensive guide to SSH tunneling. This podcast is brought to you by Business Compass LLC. We are an Amazon Web Services advanced consulting partner. We build and migrate workloads to Amazon Cloud. Our website is businesscompassllc.com. Our phone number is 973-638-2228. Our email address is contact@businesscompassllc.us. Accessing an AWS RDS instance in a private subnet can be challenging, especially when you need to ensure the highest levels of security. This podcast walks you through setting up SSH tunneling to access your RDS instance securely, covering everything from preparing your AWS infrastructure to establishing and verifying the connection. Understanding the challenge, why private subnets and SSH tunneling are needed for secure AWS RDS access. Placing your RDS instance in a private subnet helps protect it from external threats by ensuring it is not directly accessible from the internet. However, this setup also requires a secure method to access the RDS instance. SSH tunneling offers a solution by creating a secure channel through an EC2 instance in a public subnet, allowing you to connect to your RDS instance safely. Preparing your AWS infrastructure. Launching an EC2 instance in a public subnet. Log into the AWS Management Console. Navigate to the EC2 dashboard and click Launch Instance. Select an Amazon Machine Image, AMI, and choose an instance type. Configure the instance details and ensure they are placed in a public subnet of your VPC. Assign a public IP address to the instance. Configuring security groups for controlled access. Create a security group for your EC2 instance with the following rules. Allow SSH access, port 22, from your IP address. Create another security group for your RDS instance. Allow traffic on the RDS port. Default is 3306 for MySQL, from the EC2 instance security group. Creating an IAM user with the required permissions. Go to the IAM dashboard and create a new user. Assign the user programmatic access and attach the policies needed for EC2 and SSM, AWS Systems Manager, access. Equipping your local machine. Installing AWS CLI, SSM Agent, and Session Manager plugin. Install AWS CLI by following the instructions on the official AWS documentation. 2. Install the SSM Agent on your EC2 instance. Sudo yum install y Amazon SSM Agent. Sudo systemctl enable Amazon SSM Agent. Sudo systemctl start Amazon SSM Agent. 3. Install the Session Manager plugin on your local machine. curl https://s3.amazonoz.com/session manager download/plugin/latest/mac/session manager bundle.zip o session manager bundle.zip. Unzip session manager bundle.zip. sudo /session manager bundle/install. Generating an SSH key pair for secure authentication. Generate an SSH key pair on your local machine. SSH keygen T RSAB 4096. See your _email at example.com. Upload the public key to your EC2 instance. SSH copy ID EC2 user at EC2 public IP greater than. Initiating the SSH tunnel. Pushing your SSH key to the EC2 instance. Use the AWS Systems Manager to push your SSH key to the EC2 instance. AWS SSM send command. Instance IDs your instance ID. Document name AWS run shell script. Comment pushing SSH key. Parameters commands equals echo your SSH public key /home/ec2 user /.ssh/authorized _keys. Starting an AWS System Manager session with port forwarding. Start a port forwarding session using the Session Manager plugin. AWS SSM Start Session Target Instance ID Document Name AWS Start Port Forwarding Session. Parameters Port Number 3306. Local port number 5432. Establishing the RDS connection. Opening the tunnel to RDS on a local port. Use the following SSH command to create the tunnel. SSHI your key pair.pml5432: RDS endpoint :3306 EC2 user at EC2 public IP. Verifying the tunnel connection with SSH command. Confirm the SSH tunnel is working by checking the connection. SSHI your key pair.pem EC2 user at EC2 public IP. Accessing your RDS instance. Connecting to the RDS endpoint using database clients. Use your preferred database client, for example, MySQL Workbench, pgadmin, to connect to localhost on port 5432. Troubleshooting connection issues and ensuring data security. Ensure security group rules are correct. Verify IAM permissions. Check the SSM agent status on the EC2 instance. Best practices for maintaining secure access. Regularly rotating SSH keys and IAM credentials. Rotate your SSH keys and IAM credentials regularly to enhance security. Monitoring EC2 instance and RDS security logs. Enable logging and monitoring to detect any unauthorized access attempts. Implementing additional security measures based on compliance requirements. Additional security measures such as multi-factor authentication, MFA, and encryption should be considered to meet compliance requirements. Thank you for listening to our podcast. Please share this podcast, visit our website, and follow our social media links.